and we're going to get into the outward and upward, right?
Awesome.
It's the
Yeah.
section women who set big, gorgeous goals and achieve them find systems to reach their dreams.
Yep.
So, this question is systems versus willpower. So, what moment in your journey made you realize that systems, not just ambition, are actually what move the big, gorgeous goals forward?
I think I'm the kind of person who likes to experiment after I build myself a bit of a solid base to experiment from. And so to me, in my mind, the systems and the processes build that base. And that gives you the freedom then to go and dream big, explore, and do all kinds of things.
Understood. Understood.
Yeah.
Um, okay. Can you share a practical example of a system that you built, maybe in your business or personal life? Because I realize women, we live off of systems, right?
Mhm.
That completely changed what was possible for you.
Well, even like having help, for example, like a virtual assistant or some kind of person who can help and support. There's a book that I really like that was written by Dan Martell called Time Buy Back Your Time. And it's like about this, as you make a little bit more money, you carve off the job that, if you should be paid $100 an hour for your time, you carve off the $20 an hour job and hire it out. And it's like those kinds of little steps that you build then, and you start shedding the work. So like
Mm,
one system is really just learning how to do good delegation and
mm,
figuring out what are the things that can only be done by you, what things can be done by other people, and then as you have the money, farming out things that can be done by anybody to anybody, you know?
mm, yeah, yeah, understood. So
Yeah.
buying back your time. I like that. I'm gonna look that
Mhm.
up.
It's a good book.
Buy
It's
back
a
your
really
time.
good book to think about. It's interesting too because like I interviewed somebody on my podcast and she was a personal assistant for a rock star. And that is a human being. Really, really famous people are humans who have farmed out really almost every part of their life. They have people buying the gifts they give, they have people booking everything for them, all their travel, all their meals, all their like everything that they shop online for them. And that level of delegation is something in our normal everyday lives that you and I probably never think about.
Yeah.
But it's kind of a fascinating example of what are the things that I do that only I can do? Right. And
Mm,
that person, as an artist, that rock star, they're the person who needs to spend their time writing the song, perfecting the song, recording the song, getting on stage, appearing places, and everything else has to, and then they want to spend time in their personal enjoyments and with family. And so everything else they have someone else doing. And I
mm,
think, we don't have those endless amounts of resources in our everyday
mm,
lives, but it's a really interesting thing to think about because I
mhm.
think that we get into this thing of telling ourselves, well, no one can do it better than I can.
Right.
And often that's really not true.
Right. Right. Knowing basically what to let go of to free
Mhm.
up the reins so that you can
Mhm.
be open to doing other things that would be move the needle
Exactly.
more.
Exactly.
Interesting. Interesting.
Yeah.
That's interesting. And you know what? Like since I've started this channel in June and just going through all of the books, we're finding a lot of those
Yeah.
current themes, right? And
Right?
Julie, it must be true because these are different people from different walks of life, from different countries
Yeah.
that show you the things that made them successful or the different mindset changes. And it's a common theme when it comes on to delegation and freeing your hands of the less
Right.
important, right?
Yeah.
To grasp, to create, right?